remember the recent phrase that was drilled into us. You can trust the science. The experimental method is as follows: asking a question about something you observe, doing background research to learn what is already known about the topic, constructing a hypothesis, experimenting to test the hypothesis, analysing the data from the experiment and drawing conclusions, and communicating the result with others. So Samuel Rowbotham observed that you can see further than he would have expected and asked the question, well, just how far should you be able to see if the Earth is a globe? So his research on this topic led to finding out about the calculation of the Earth's curvature and that the physical horizon should drop by 8 inches per mile squared, and Rowbotham alluded to this in his scientific paper. So next he hypothesized that if this is correct, then at 6 miles the horizon should drop 24 feet. By getting into the water, it increased his viewing through his telescope at a viewing height of 8 inches above the water level. At 8 inches viewing height, this gives a distance of 1 mile before the physical horizon of the curved Earth stops you from seeing any further. We can use the Earth curvature calculator, and so the object viewed should then be at 16 feet below the physical horizon line. So now, following the scientific method, the hypothesis becomes, if we can see at 6 miles anything that is below 16 feet, then the dimensions of the globe cannot be right. And the more of the object we can see below 16 feet, then the flatter the Earth must be. And as it says in a well-known advert in the UK, simples. So the experiment was done as described in my previous video number 6. The results were conclusive. Rowbotham reported that the boat remained constantly in view all the way to Welney Bridge. As he said, the flag and boat remained distinctly visible throughout the whole distance. From the result of this experiment and others that followed, his conclusion using the scientific method was that the Earth could not be a globe of almost 25,000 miles circumference, and that the results suggested that it was probably flat. And then he published his result and told others. There is another very important point to remember about the scientific method. It is reproducible time and again, and not by you and not just at one location or laboratory, but by others who can do the same experiments. And of course that is exactly what has been going on ever since, though many results have been squashed. But with the birth of the internet, social media and the Nikon 900 camera, official scientific bodies can be bypassed and the truth can get out there. Oh yes, there is fraud and deceit in the scientific world. Can you really trust the science? Well, I think only if it follows the scientific method. All else is pseudoscience or scientism, and that should really give you something to think about.